have to wait for it to go live.
Oh, yes.
Yes. No, we're starting. It's starting, Em. It's starting. This is going to be intro to it because I keep forgetting that it actually is recorded live.
Yes, we are live. Hello.
Oh, we're live.
We are live.
You're live. Am I live?
I am live. Are you live?
Well, I'm live with you then, aren't I? So, yes, we're live.
Yes.
Yeah, we're live. I've got the live message now as well. It's a bit sweet time, but we got there eventually.
Yes.
Hello, people of the YouTubes and beyond. How are
yes,
we all today?
Hello. Well, I'm very happy today. Do you know why I'm happy today?
Are you happy because of a certain trailer?
Yes.
You are.
I am. And tickets.
And tickets. Yes,
and
guys,
tickets.
grab your tickets for God's sake. They are absolutely selling out like you would not believe.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I was very lucky to get them quite early this morning, but a few hours later, the showing I was going to is sold out. Like completely. The cinema is completely sold out. Okay, so we are here to talk about the Last Jedi trailer that dropped.
We are indeed.
This morning.
Oh! As soon as I got up this morning, I had to watch it straight away.
I watched that 4 times this morning, I think. So yeah, we want to talk about that, basically. Go through it bit by bit. I've watched it so many times now that I know it line by line.
That's good.
That's good. I know it's good, isn't it? I've got a little video embedded in here. I don't know whether or not it's going to work or if YouTube is going to have an absolute hissy fit.
So, are you gonna play the trailer?
I'm not going to play the whole thing. We're going to go through it bit by bit because people have seen the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer, then go and watch the trailer because it's going to ruin the trailer. That's kind of the point. So we want to talk about it just basically like what it's kind of going to be theories and stuff, isn't it? I imagine that's probably what we're going to do.
We've got a few theories, haven't we already?
We've got a few theories and there's a few misdirections in the trailer as well, which we'll point out.
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Okay, I'm just going to press play. It's going to be really quiet because
I've just turned the audio off. I think of mine just to be on the safe side.
Yeah. I'm going to pause it here because I really like this first shot, the very first shot.
Oh yes, this one here where it's Kylo.
Yeah, so it's obviously it's very very reminiscent of like old Empire sort of thing anyway, with the triangle windows and all that sort of jazz going on. But more specifically, the AT-ATs that are in there, actually AT-ATs and AT-STs actually in there as well, like newer versions, I imagine. But they aren't the newer versions of the AT-AT. They are almost exactly the same as the old ones.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's loads of them in there. Like they're all just sat on like racks, and some of them are walking around, and there's AT-STs walking around in there as well.
Really?
Yeah. See, this is why I'm here, because I'm on this. Have you actually got a full size image or not?
I see something walking. It's right. I haven't actually paused. I never noticed that.
Yeah.
I'm just going through frame by frame.
Yes, basically. But yeah, you can see it's good amount of AT-STs, good amount of walkers in there. There's a huge amount going on in there right now. And I just quite like.
There's a little one here.
It's a definite throwback. So obviously, people talk about how they've upped the sort of the look and the design of the Empire stuff, but it looks like they're still keeping some of the old stuff as well. So they have some actual AT-ATs in there. They look a bit bulkier in the head, and the armor looks a bit thicker around the outside of it, but it's still very much old school AT-AT. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that.
There's a lot of stuff just out that window, isn't there?
It is. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there. There's TIE fighters on the ceiling as well. I can't see any different variants. It's just the straight up TIE. Not special forces.
God, yes. I forget because what he's looking at is a huge, massive area. I can just make out those TIE fighters.
We come back to it again later on as well in the trailer.
Yeah.
They come back to it a little bit later. Let's play through a little bit. So we get a bit of Snoke's overlay. We talk about how we found him. Then we get this nice little shot here of the walkers. And you can see the AT-ATs in this as well. Can you see them? Like they're slightly smaller, but stood next to them.
Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I didn't notice that.
But not only that, it also shows you the pure scale of these newer walkers as well.
Well, actually, they've done that on purpose, haven't they? They must have done.
Yeah, it's all about scale. I mean, they're literally almost twice the height of these old
well,
ones.
It's all going to be bigger, isn't it? Because you had the killer planet, didn't you?
Yeah, everything's bigger and better.
Killer Star.
Everything's bigger and better with the First Order.
Star Killer Base.
Star Killer Base. But yeah, everything's much bigger. Everything's much better. We've got these huge hulking walkers that I love the look of them. This sort of gorilla walker looking thing.
Oh, it literally is. Like, it does look like it's walking on its knuckles.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And they've obviously built it to withstand the stuff that happened in Empire Strikes Back, effectively, to stop them from being tripped over.
Yes.
That's basically
Definitely.
it, which I quite like the idea of. So, but I think it looks amazing. And obviously we know where this is because we saw this in the first trailer, which is the planet that they have the huge fight on, it seems, at the beginning. But it seems like they're drawing battle lines. They stop. They actually stop moving and just kind of sit there for a bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you see that.
Yeah, and you've got Kylo Ren's shuttle over the top as well. So he's clearly there, obviously. This next shot is intriguing. So it's got Kylo walking of all of the stormtroopers. But so I'm guessing this is the same planet as where the battle's going to take place.
It looks like it, doesn't it? Because you've got all the red, but
this looks like a really weird place, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like so you got that's like red sand, but it's only red when it's kicked up. Otherwise, it's just normal.
Yeah.
And obviously we see it a little bit later in this trailer with the Falcon flying through the middle of what looks like a cave with all these like crystals everywhere.
Yes.
All red crystals. I don't understand the significance. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not Kyber because we now know what Kyber crystals look like, but I'm not sure what the significance of these things are.
No.
But they look pretty cool. I quite like this planet. It looks very different. So Snoke is talking to Kylo Ren at this point, and you get a nice shot of his new lightsaber, which is quite a lot slicker than the previous one he had. When you say,
oh yes, it's like, there we go. It's a nice image of it there.
Yeah, like it's clearly, I don't know if it's a new lightsaber or if he's just upgraded his current one, but it looks a lot more.
It's all black though, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks very nice.
I like that.
I actually prefer this
Like
version to the original.
it's almost like a matte black,
yes.
And you've just got the one red cable coming down.
Looks beautiful.
It's that whole red and black theme.
Yes, which is very much this theme for this. I mean, I've said this to you, the colour red just seems to be really important, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm not sure why, but it seems to be a really important colour for this, not just in terms of the logo, which is a usual thing when something is going to happen in Star Wars. It's quite a twist. So they did it for Jedi and they did it for Sith, and now they're doing it for this.
Yeah.
So it's obviously going to be something big going on in this one. But more to the point, like, the whole film seems to carry that on, which is a really weird idea, like this whole black and red things. Very gothic.
Yes, very much.
And we got Snoke talking over this bit as well. But I am convinced that the line he has there is ever since I first found you, I knew you had raw untapped power, sort of thing. And then he says, I knew there was something special. And I'm really thinking that line is actually not to Ren. I think it's to Rey. Because we know they meet face to face near the end of the trailer. Obviously, we can see the end of the trailer, and they're definitely face to face. So
yes.
I'm wondering if that's to him.
Yeah, it just makes it look like he's talking to Kylo, but it's actually, they do like to do these little twists.
Little misdirection, yeah. Obviously, it's just a voiceover. We don't actually see him speaking. We don't see what situation it's in. But I mean, again, I'm saying this, but then it could actually be nothing to do with the film because there's quite a few lines from the Force Awakens trailer that never actually ended up in the film. Especially Maz. Maz's lines were almost all cut. They were all completely
that's true.
So we carry on. And then we go to Rey, which is another reason why I think it's her, because it just goes straight to her after he says the word special, and you get her with the lightsaber.
Yeah.
And she.
Looking at what she's wearing, is that what she wore?
Yeah, I think that looks like it's quite soon after she gets there, so she hasn't got into her training clothes yet. Probably when she's still trying to convince Luke, because it looks like he's completely unconvinced about the whole thing.
Well, yeah.
Like he does not want to be involved in this whatsoever. He is completely against it. So we get a lovely crane shot of the island, and we go back to literally that last shot of the last film of her handing the lightsaber to him. I love that it's hand shaking in this shot. Like it's not smooth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You could see it's like even. Oh. Yeah, it does slightly shake even the artificial hands.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a nice shot of it though.
It's a gorgeous shot
it's a
of
bit
it, isn't it?
Battered, isn't it?
Very put together. It's very Terminator, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Very, very Terminator. So I don't know whether this is a new hand, like, because we never really saw the innards of his old hand because it was just flesh.
Yeah, we just saw inside the arm, didn't
you? Yeah, we saw the bit on the back of his hand, the little box that he's got on there that we saw.
Yeah.
But we didn't see any of the actual inner workings. But then looking at it, it makes sense that it would be because it has got a dent or kind of burn mark on the back of the hand, which is where he would have got shot in
Yes.
Return of the Jedi when he had to put the black glove on. So maybe it is the same hand. I don't know, but I don't understand where the flesh has gone. Why is he taking all the flesh off it? So it's a weird move.
It is, but it was never real flesh. Maybe it just.
I don't know. Maybe it could also come off like a glove. I don't know. It's a bit weird.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, like, it's so clean. Do you know what I mean? Like, look at the inner workings of this, and all of that managed to come off.
Yeah.
It seems as if it was done on purpose. That's all I'm thinking. It wasn't an accident.
Maybe.
But we'll see. And you get a lovely shot of Rey walking to what looks like a tree of some sort. So this is going back to the whole Bendu thing. I'm just going to rewind that a little bit, actually. So, it's not so much here, but especially in the next shot. So I don't know if you haven't seen Rebels. Have you? Have you seen Rebels?
You know I've seen Rebels.
Oh, of course you've seen Rebels. That's me stupid. Sorry, it's because I'm
you got me into Rebels.
Because I'm usually talking to Will about it. That's why. Okay, so in Rebels you got the Bendu.
Yes.
And the sort of shapes that he has, like that weird sort of rounded wood effect.
Yeah, that does look a bit like that.
Especially in the next shot when she goes to... I think we've already seen that shot in the last trailer.
Yes, this is what we saw before, yeah.
And all that kind of twisted wood and stuff. It really reminds me of the Bendu.
That really does look like the Bendu. That does, yeah.
Yeah. No, it really does. Then we get to the shot of her on the cliffside. I kind of feel like I'm doing all the talking here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we get the shot of her on the cliffside with her swinging lightsaber around, which we saw again in the last trailer. We get more up close, and then we see her, the lovely little freeze frame of her when she just almost hits that rock.
Right there.
It's a great shot, that is.
That is an amazing shot. I managed to pause it right at that moment.
So did I, actually. I'm really proud of myself.
So am I.
It's a great shot.
Can't wait.
But it's quite clear that, at this point, she's not really wearing the training clothes, and she's not wearing her other clothes, so she's quite, transitioning maybe. She's kind of wearing her underclothes from her usual.
She is.
Clothing,
and we have to remember, this is all about what we saw from the last trailer. It's Luke saying that the Jedi must end. So he's the last Jedi. So she needs some form of training, otherwise her powers are going to end up being out of control.
Well, yeah, this is the thing, isn't it? I think so. Obviously, he wants the Jedi to end, which makes sense in some respects because obviously the conversation is is the Force balancing itself out at the moment in terms of every time someone good comes around, someone bad has to be there. Every time someone bad comes around, someone good has to be there. So after the events of Return of the Jedi, Luke is the only Force user, technically, other than perhaps his sister, we could say. But the only actual Jedi is Luke, and he kept that mantle and he trained some more, and everything went tits up because the Force was trying to right itself, was trying to balance itself out.
Yep.
And so in that respect, we can say that the reason, he's potentially, I'm thinking that he knows this now. I'm thinking he's read enough and understood enough, and he's gone to enough Jedi temples
definitely
to realise
that's why
this is the
he's
case.
hidden himself away as well.
So he's kind of thinking, if I don't train her, then this will go away and it will blow over, and we'll just go to the Winchester and have a beer.
Essentially.
And obviously, it's not going to happen that way because, it's just not.
No,
not how these things work. We all know that, especially not in Star Wars.
Especially not Star Wars.
Especially not Star Wars. So if we move on, we get this lovely bit where the rock kind of cracks, where she's doing her weird Force, everything's floating around her and all that sort of stuff.
Pause at the right moment. You see Luke's face. He's just like,
what was that? Yeah, it's kind of like the Superman moment, isn't it? Almost.
It is. Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of Superman. Let me get to there we go. Yeah, I've got it. It's like the Superman moment. Everything's floating around her, and then we get this awesome line from Luke, which I'm just gonna let go. And we get loads of flashbacks to before.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's how he lost the skin on his hand.
Maybe, from a fire, you mean, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the case. But the line is, I love the line. It's just, I've seen this kind of raw strength before, and it didn't scare me. Well, once before, it didn't scare me then, but it does scare me now.
Yes, that's, oh my god, that's so cool.
So
it cuts straight to a shot looking at Rey, so we don't know whether that was what he said to Rey at that moment.
Yeah, he's talking to Rey right now, I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking they're the only two people on the island, unless there is this idea that potentially the Force ghosts of like Obi-Wan and Yoda are on the island, so you could be talking to them. But the lighting in the shot makes you think that it's the same.
No.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
Maybe Anakin's there.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it could well be, and I'd love the idea that he's having these sort of like inner monologues where he's talking to like his dad, or he's talking to someone, maybe Yoda or someone, and saying,
that would be cool.
And literally, I mean, like, because I kind of feel like they're going to be on the page of like, you have to carry on the legacy, you have to keep doing this, you have to fight, and he's going to say, I don't want to. And you're going to get this moment, obviously, here where he's going to turn around and say to them, like, why are you making me do this? Like, the last time I did it, Kylo Ren happened, and now you're making me do it again.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I think maybe that conversation comes from. But if he's not saying it to Rey herself, then he's definitely saying it about her.
Definitely.
And definitely in reference to Kylo Ren as well. That he's kind of worried that this is going to blow up in his face, basically. I think it's the easiest way of putting it. So if we move on a little bit more, we go to Kylo Ren, and the music changes, which I think is a really nice little subtle hit. I love this.
Oh yes,
this weird carbon fiber stuff he seems to have on his face. It's so bizarre.
Oh yeah.
Like, you see it a bit more later when he's in the TIE Fighter, but what is that? That's weird. And yeah, obviously, smashes the mask up, so we know that he's giving that up, which we kind of knew anyway, because a lot of the bits and pieces regarding like the promotion was showing him without the mask. Like, he's
definitely.
Not worn the mask in any of his
he's
pictures
no longer going to be in his grandfather's shadow.
That's it. The mask is definitely a long gone. He's not touching that by the look of it. And then
we go straight into
an epic space battle.
Yep.
So
it's so cool. Oh yeah.
So we got some new ships going on here. So it looks like we have a transporter on the left hand side that's been blown up. On the right hand side we have looks like a new Nebulon B frigate.
Yes.
And in front we have what looks like a new Mon Calamari cruiser, which I wasn't expecting to see. So we've got a brand new Mon Calamari. So they're not using old stuff. These are brand new ships that they're using.
They are, definitely.
Obviously, we've got Kylo Ren's new TIE Fighter as well. I can't remember the name of that now.
Doesn't that look... Is it actually a TIE Fighter, or it looks more sort of Interceptor?
Yeah, it's not called a TIE Fighter. It's made by the TIE, so it's Senar Industries, but I can't remember the actual name of the TIE class. But it's definitely a TIE Fighter of some sort.
Oh, wow. The way he flies that around.
Yeah, he's definitely got his grandfather's blood in him, isn't he?
That's what I was going to say. That's what Anakin did.
Yeah. And behind that shot where he's flying towards the camera, you can see the new Dreadnought as well for the First Order, which is their Super Star Destroyer, effectively. It's a massive ship that they have. But not actually the biggest ship that they have. So I don't know if you've seen the stuff on Snoke's vessel.
Oh, it's right there.
But Snoke apparently has his own ship called the Eclipse, which is mentioned in Aftermath but never really goes into much detail. And it's this massive... So it looks very similar to, the Naboo starfighter from the beginning of the second film, where they're flying into Coruscant. And there's that big fighter with the four wings. Oh, sorry, the two wings and the four engines on either side, when the Naboo... The one that gets blown up when they land on the platform. Do you remember?
Yes.
Big steel
yes,
thing.
I do. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like a big wing. It's like a giant wing, and that's basically what this ship looks like, kind of, but a little bit more industrial, a little bit more First Order-ish. But what's ridiculous?
But that First Order ship, it looks so thin.
Well, yeah, and they're kind of going for scale. So this new ship of Snoke's, like the Eclipse, is, I think, if I remember rightly, it's half the diameter of the first Death Star. This ship that he has. Yes, it's absolutely massive.
No wonder it's called the Eclipse.
Yeah, so something like if it was to fly over London, it would cover. So if it was to fly sort of facing south over London, the wingspan would reach from the entrance of the Thames into London to basically the other side of London. It would cover the whole of London. That's how big this ship is. It's absolutely massive.
Oh my gosh.
And it's meant to be Snoke's personal flagship. So it's this huge thing. But then you also have the Dreadnoughts, which they look very simple. So they're just basically the basic triangle, like very flat, basic triangle, with on top of it they have like the usual bridge, like the sort of T-shaped bridge. And then underneath they seem to have these massive guns that they must use for like orbital bombardment and stuff. But yeah, that's basically what it seems to be in terms of like the new sort of ship stuff. And I think you get like a bit of a view of that actually from behind. Oh no, you don't quite. But yeah, you get these new starships on here. And then we have this weird moment that I don't know if they're trying to telegraph this, but it very much looks like he's either going to make the choice or he's going to have to make the choice as to whether he kills his own
whether
mother.
to kill his mother, yeah. But there's definitely, it's like the whole connection Leia and Luke had.
Mm-hmm. Like she knows what he's about to do, kind of thing.
Yeah, and she knows he's there.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows as well.
I get very much the same feeling from it. So yeah, he's very much, like he's basically saying that he has to let go of the past, sort of thing. And you just get this awesome moment of I just love that silence.
Oh,
in the trailer. Like, it's really well done. And obviously, we're in a position where we don't really know what's going to happen with Princess Leia now, because they told us she's gonna get out of the film. They told us that she's making it for episode 8 because they were talking about the whole episode 9 issue, but there is always the chance that they may change it. We never know.
Yeah, you never know.
And I mean, just looking at that,
I think that's definitely going to be a harder choice than killing his dad.
Yeah, I reckon it will be as well. But I mean, just looking at that moment, I mean, I'll be honest, I love Princess Leia to death, but that's the kind of send off I want her to have.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want her to go out in a whimper. I don't want her to just die off screen or something like that. I want if they're gonna kill Princess Leia off, I want it to be in the biggest blaze of glory going.
It's got to be done. What is that noise?
That was my phone. I do apologise. But yeah, that's my idea. I mean, potentially that might be the end of Princess Leia. I don't think they'd put that in the trailer, but that's the kind of ending that I'd be happy with. If I'm honest.
She's got to go out with a bang.
Okay.
Not a whimper.
Then we have this December, and then we have the earmarked.
Well, this Christmas.
The earmarked Falcon chase that you have to have in every Star Wars film now.
Oh, you do?
You can't have the Falcon without a chase with 2 TIE fighters, or at least 2 TIE fighters. It can be more, as we found out in Empire Strikes Back, but you have to have at least this moment.
This is where it's all that red crystals.
Yeah, so you've got the crystals and that again, which is quite. Oh, it's just a very weird setup, isn't it? I don't know what it is.
Oh, there's actually 4 TIE fighters.
Oh, is there 4 TIE fighters? Oh, they've gone all the way back to Empire Strikes Back then. Oh, wow. They're actually taking all 4 of them.
Yep.
And obviously we have Rey's theme playing really quite loudly on this bit as well, like triumphant Rey. And then we got our first shot of the Pog.
Yeah, you have.
How I am already in love with this, and it's not even. I haven't even seen the film
Chewie
yet.
does his rule, and then you've got him.
It's so cute. So I know for a fact that I'm going to have one of these.
That's why they've done it. That's why they have this little creature.
Yeah, but this is the right kind of product placement. This is amazing. I don't want Ewoks and stuff. I want these. This is what I want. Oh, look at them. It's so cute.
Oh, bless.
Cute
and Chewie looks very happy. Even though you can't see him very well, he looks quite happy the noise he's making.
He's impressed. Yeah, he is very impressed. But makes cutest noise ever, and then goes into an explosion of epic proportions.
Where did that come from? You could just make out that shot came from
a Star Destroyer, so I can see
Star Destroyer. Yeah.
So I'm thinking this shot here is them evacuating that planet that they are getting attacked on. So I reckon they're going to evacuate it, and the ships that they're in are very similar to the GR. Is it the GR90? If someone's still watching this and correct me, there's a GR90 ship, which is the ones they use in the Battle of Hoth to get everyone off the planet, which are the ones they're just kind of like look like shells. With all the sort of blocks and that underneath that are all like sort of you can change them around and they're all like modular. But yeah,
this way you also get to see Poe as well. Yes, I think this is where that base was, because the last trailer, that's where you saw the explosion in the hangar, didn't you?
Yeah,
and
but then I'm saying that
X-wing.
though. But then there's a bit where when he's flying away in his X-wing, and he's got like the massive afterburner thing going on behind it, which is weird. You can see a First Order Star Destroyer in there, but also more importantly for me is you can see the asteroid belt.
Yeah.
You can see the asteroid belt that goes around. The only place that we know right now that has an asteroid belt is Dakar, which is the place that the Rebel base was on in the Force Awakens. So the grass planet that they were on in the first one.
Yeah.
Where they obviously launched the attack on Starkiller Base. That has an asteroid belt going around it. So it makes me think the First Order attacks them. And there's been rumours that I've been hearing that apparently they attack literally the opening of the film. They level that planet,
Whoa.
Because of, obviously, I mean, because it's happening immediately after, so there's no gap in this at the moment. By the sound of it, it looks like it's going to start immediately after The Force Awakens, which is unprecedented for Star Wars, because we always have usually at least a year gap between episodes, but this one's starting straight after. So it looks like literally Starkiller Base explodes and they send their entire fleet to Dakar.
That's definitely what it looks like. There's a nice shot here with an X-wing just flying over the top with a couple of explosions.
Yes, and I think this is the ship they're flying over is the is the Dreadnought as well. I think, although it's very hard to tell, but it's quite a flat surface, and you've got like again more First Order Star Destroyers in the background and that as well.
Yeah.
I know, saying there, there's like some sort of base in the background, like so. Yeah, there's something exploding. There's some sort of base with like red lights and stuff in it. Can you see that?
Yes.
Like a circular dome or something on it. So I don't know what that is. Maybe it is like a docking station or something potentially. I don't know. But as I said, all we do know is that they apparently attack the base potentially. That's the rumor.
Sorry, you cut out then. What did
sorry.
you say?
Any better? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, apparently they attack the base at the beginning after they have destroyed Starkiller Base. They send everything there, which kind of is very similar to what happens after New Hope. If you read the canon stories, they're meant to attack Yavin, I think. But I think that's legend.
This follows straight on from it anyway, so it would
make sense to the First Order to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they know where they are
this
because
is what it's all about. Isn't this because I don't know where I heard it from? Isn't it all about like the First Order are very prominent in this one?
Yeah, we see their full strength.
Side.
Yeah,
yes,
we see their full strength in this one.
We're going to see this.
But the point is that they've been lurking in the shadows. So in the Force Awakens, they've been lurking in the shadows for the entire thing.
And it was more of to give you some backstory to these characters because you're introducing new people.
But also as a faction, they haven't been able to field anything sort of any big sort of cruiser or anything because they've been trying to keep it secret. They're not meant to exist. So there's a concordant between the New Republic and the Empire that was formed to say they're not allowed to build a military. They're not allowed to have anything like that at all. It's very much like the Treaty of Versailles. So they can't build. They can have an infrastructure and they can build what they need to survive, but they can't be using that infrastructure to build ships or stormtroopers or that sort of thing. They've been doing this all quietly behind the scenes. So obviously they very much openly declared themselves by attacking the Republic itself. And destroying their capital, but now obviously they're kind of on the back foot because they've also lost their main super weapon. So they are obviously going to be on the main attack. But this is the bit where it starts to kind of merge with Empire Strikes Back a little bit, to some extent. Except for the fact that in Empire Strikes Back there's a few years between A New Hope and obviously that happens.
Yes, there are.
But it's very much the same. Like the Empire, they've got a strong grasp on the galaxy, but they aren't keeping. Like they are very much keeping it down low because they don't want to be seen as dictators. However, once the rebellion makes itself perfectly open and destroys the Death Star, they go at them with everything. And obviously that's when you see like the Executor coming at them, and they've all got these new TIE variants, and there's now hundreds of Star Destroyers rather than just like the one or two that we saw in the previous.
Yes.
So it's going to be. I think it's going to be in a similar sort of step up. And I don't want this to be like Empire Strikes Back, but there are some elements that need to be in there, and I think that's one of the elements that they need to put in. Because as George Lucas always said, it's all about leitmotifs, and again, this is, as with Attack of the Clones and as with Empire Strikes Back, this is the middle film, and this is where things have to kick off on a massive scale.
Oh, yeah. You've got the first one that sets everything up, then the second one, all the action's going to happen there.
And at the end of the day, in the second one, I mean, unlike Attack of the Clones, which is very much, it's slightly different in some respects, but Empire Strikes Back was actually, the reason people love that film so much is that it wasn't a happy ending.
No.
Like, they lost everything in that film, and that's the reason why, and everyone was fighting to see Return of the Jedi because they wanted to see how it ended. Because that film set up, I mean, every film to that point has pretty much always had like a happy ending, and obviously A New Hope is very much a standalone film, but this film, it wasn't that it landed on a cliffhanger, it was that it landed with such a lack of hope for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Like the main character, like everyone's favorite character being frozen in carbonite, shipped off somewhere. Luke had lost his hand and had found out that Vader was his dad. Like you had all these horrible things that happened.
Oh my god, yeah.
The rebellion itself had been almost completely destroyed on Hoth. And this is where I think they're going to get the idea from. It's got to be hopeless, I think that's how this film.
I think that's the
will
whole
work.
thing. And because we've got this next scene, haven't we? So
you got the
where we
scene
see
with
Captain Phasma.
yes, I love this bit
And
so
that
much.
looks like the hangar, possibly.
It does,
I don't
doesn't
know
it? You're
if
saying that very much does. So maybe that is the same thing we just saw now with the red lights and stuff. Maybe it's some sort of space station rather than a planet. It would make sense for it to be a space station because obviously the First Order's not meant to have anything in particular in terms of infrastructure. So having it off planet and somehow a way of moving it around when they're building their ships and everything would probably make sense to them, really.
Oh, I just love that explosion that happens directly behind her.
Yes.
Make her more menacing, and then you've got Finn.
Yeah.
So this is definitely on one of the Star Destroyers, whatever you call it, because the uniform that he's wearing, he's obviously snuck on board.
Yeah, it looks like he snuck on board, either onto the Star Destroyer or onto the space station. We'll talk about one or two. But he's definitely snuck into the First Order, like back in. But obviously she's going to have none of that because she knows very much who he is and she has a vendetta to settle. And it looks like we're going to get a lot more of Phasma, which I'm happy about because I feel like she was wasted a lot in the first film.
Definitely.
They played a massive part of her. She was in loads of the trailers and everything, and then they just completely I'm not saying she was a bad character, because she wasn't. She set the scene for herself, and she's ruthless. She understands military tactics. She knows exactly what she's doing, but she was just wasted in a characterization for sense because we got none of her. We got nothing of her.
No, we didn't.
They wasted Gwendolyn Christine. Anyone could have been behind that mask, and that's my issue with it. Gwendolyn Christine is a fantastic.
Do you think she'll take the helmet off?
I'm hoping she does.
I hope she does.
I really, really hope she does because Gwendolyn Christine is a fantastic actor, and I don't mind who is behind the mask.
No.
So, I don't mind if she doesn't take off the mask. I don't mind who's behind the mask or what she looks like when it comes to that. But I mean, I just want to make sure they get how good she is at acting across because she's a fantastic actor. And unfortunately, when she's wearing Stormtrooper armor, that's really hard to do. I mean, that's the reason why anyone who cameos in Star Wars is usually a Stormtrooper because you don't know who it is.
No, that's right.
It's as simple as that. So the only reason that we knew for Gwendolyn Christine who she was is she's wearing a silver outfit and she had a slightly more feminine walk to her than most of the other Stormtroopers potentially. I don't know.
Exactly.
That's about as far as I went. Obviously, it doesn't seem like there is sexist in the Empire anymore. So they do let women in the First Order as well.
Apparently, with the costume that she wears, because it was supposed to be a male character, they changed it to female. Yeah. So the costume she wears was actually meant for a man, not a woman, but she was able to fit in it. To
be fair, though, I mean, if you look at what she wears in Game of Thrones, that doesn't surprise me so much. She fits herself into some ridiculous costumes in that as well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's obviously with her Game of Thrones, it's all about the androgynous aspect of it, isn't it? Because she doesn't really identifies as being a woman, but obviously she also identifies as being sort of more masculine as well.
I like her.
Yeah, which I think is what they're going to get across with Phasma as well, because she brings that across in spades without actually even trying.
Oh yeah,
she plays that so well. She really does. And I love the idea that obviously it's like the whole she's in charge of the military as a woman, and she's actually doing kicking some serious arse at that point as well. And
she'll fight as well. She doesn't just give out orders.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. I love it. I love her as a character. I just wish they hadn't wasted her so much. Next shot. No. Okay, so next shot is kind of looks like you actually do see the space station properly because I don't think that's a Star Destroyer.
No, that does look like a space station.
Unless it's a Dreadnought. I don't know. Maybe it is the Dreadnought. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously, as I said, they're meant to be huge ships, so I don't know. But these Rebel ships around here, I thought they were actual ships, considering the scale of them to X-Wings and TIE Fighters and so on. But apparently they're bombers.
Oh!
They're bombers. So they have if you look at them very closely, they kind of have old B-52 or old Lancaster style turrets on them.
On the
ball
back?
Turrets. Yeah, they have ball turrets, and people obviously sit in them and fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then they have these they drop bombs obviously somehow. I don't know how it's going to work. Obviously we'll see more. But these are the new bombers. It's bizarre because knowing how the technology's moved on, I would assume they would have kept the old Y-Wings and the old B-Wings, which are much smaller in scale than these. I mean, I'm guessing, obviously, these guys can drop a massive payload on someone, and that's fair enough, but I just feel like they were just really easy targets.
Just a bit.
I mean, we can see them all exploding everywhere, so I'm assuming that. And yet again, another First Order Star Destroyer. They seem to be everywhere. It's almost like they've superimposed the same image in every picture.
But we get on to BB-8. Bless him. And I love this little clip he does. He shakes his head to shake off
the electricity and whatever it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking at this image as well, though, that definitely looks like it is the dreadnought that they were fighting before, because that is the
Sorry, you
dreadnought.
actually cut out then.
Oh,
What did
sorry.
you say?
That looks like it's definitely the dreadnought that they're fighting
Yeah.
from behind, because that's how it looks. So it looks like it is that they're fighting. But yeah, we get BB-8 in his X-wing. So happy.
We do. And then we move on to a completely different style of scene with Luke.
Yeah. So we get Luke.
Who is he talking to? Is he talking to Rey?
Yeah, so this isn't going to end how you... Like, what is it he says, sorry? You think you know how this is going to end or something?
Yeah.
Or you think you know how this is going to go? Yeah, it looks...
So is he talking... See, I don't know if he's talking to Rey or if he's talking to his sister.
Ren. No, I think he's talking to Ren.
Ren?
Yep.
Ren?
So there's another theory that while this is all going on with Dakar, that Ren actually like tracks Rey back to here. And it's the catalyst as to why Luke starts training, is because Ren turns up with all of his knights, and they have a showdown. And the idea is that Ren escapes with his life, just about, but Luke like cuts down almost all the rest of the knights. Like he just lets his power go mental.
Oh, so this is something that happened in the past, are we saying?
Maybe it happened in the past, or maybe I don't know. I think maybe this is on the actual.
Because don't forget the vision that Rey had was in the rain.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
See it from Luke's point of view or something.
Maybe we are seeing a flashback. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it'd be very different for Star Wars to do. I mean, we had like the Force Vision in the last one, but we've never seen a full-on flashback.
But it could be another Force vision that Rey's having.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest.
We don't know.
I'm just the more I'm thinking about it now, the more I'm saying. Do you remember how many shots from the Force Awakens trailer were in that vision?
Oh my god, there were so many.
Especially with the Knights of Ren and stuff, there were so many shots from that were actually in there. So maybe you're right. To be honest, maybe it is going to be a vision of him seeing like what's going on with, or actually fighting Ren for the first time potentially. Then we get these weird dog-looking things that look awesome. So it looks like this planet is made entirely out of crystals. That's the only way I can put it.
They don't have fur, they've got crystals. It's just, oh my god, it's so cool.
It's all crystals. Like, even the rock itself looks like it's sort of crystallized, and the snow looks like it's crystallized. It just looks amazing.
And there's that brilliant shot, like panoramic shot of where you've just got Leia. Princess Leia, sorry. Princess Leia. I know she's General Leia, but she's still Princess Leia.
So there is one thing about this new sort of generation of Star Wars now, and that I love, and that is that you can get these kind of shots now. You wouldn't be able to get these kind of shots in the old trilogy.
Oh god, no! It's amazing.
It's just the cinematography in this. I mean, we're kind of ignoring that a little bit, really. But obviously, we got Rian Johnson doing this.
Yeah.
And the cinematography in this is absolutely phenomenal already. I can tell. Like, just to have a shot of this in a Star Wars film is so out there, and it works so well. It really, really does.
I can't wait to see it because you get to see Leia again.
Yeah, we do. That shot of her turning away. I mean, I don't know whether she stays. Like, that's the. I don't know. That's a very sad look. What do you reckon?
It is.
What do you reckon? I don't know what the. I don't know what's going on.
It's almost like she knows it's.
Like, it's almost like she knows something's coming.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can
she's
describe
not going to. She knows something's coming, and maybe she knows she's going to die. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm not sure. And then we get this other sort of training bit as well, where Rey is swimming for some reason. So she swims, and then she ends up in a cave with Luke.
Yeah.
No, see, this is the thing. This cave here with Luke. He's wearing the same outfit.
Yeah. See, I don't know now.
Unless this is part of the vision, maybe she's seeing it in the vision. I don't know. Like, I mean, he's not. If you look very closely, doesn't look like he's actually making eye contact. But he's looking past her. So maybe.
Oh yeah, because if you look, there's her coming out of the water, and her bandages are dark, and then the clothing's dark. You go to the next one, what she's wearing looks more dry.
Yeah,
sort of very dry.
I'm wondering whether maybe it's I don't know. I'm confused.
Oh yeah, this is the thing.
I'm not so sure. So the next shot then we have is Finn in his Imperial outfit.
Yep.
Oh, in his First Order outfit. Sorry.
Oh, and look at it! Look on his face. He's looking so badass.
Do you reckon he's being? I know by the look of it, he infiltrates it, but infiltrating it with his face. So, like, I would have thought if he infiltrated, he goes a stormtrooper because he can hide his face. They know what he looks like.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I find it slightly bizarre that he just walk in like that. That seems weird.
I don't. Maybe he's not just walking in. Maybe he has been captured.
Yeah,
And,
that's what I'm thinking. He's maybe been captured, but
yeah.
we'll have to see how that all works out. And then the next shot. Oh, it's going.
Yeah, it was say, did everyone actually see his face? Because everyone's told to leave the helmets on. Maybe nobody sees anyone.
Maybe
like
not so
the
much then, but I'm
Stormtrooper
thinking about obviously on like Takodana, for instance. Like he's fighting the stormtroopers without his helmet on when he's obviously at Takodana and stuff like that. So they know what he looks like.
Yes,
and they must know,
true.
and they must know what he looks like because that one stormtrooper recognised him as well. Remember?
Oh yes, because he goes traitor.
Mm-hmm. So they must know what they look like
yeah.
under the mask. So we assume they don't wear it all the time. They don't sleep in it, do they?
No,
I mean, it's just military. It's military armor. So I'm assuming they take it off when they're not using it.
and then we've got the lovely shots.
Such a good shot.
Oh my god!
So just the industrial scale. So we've got some
Yep.
ATSTs on the right hand side. We've got
And if you look carefully, there's a little one. Can you see the little one?
The little one.
Little ATST.
Oh yes. You mean? Oh yeah. Yes, I can. So we've got ATSTs, we've got AT-ATs. I can't see any of the new style walkers in here though. It seems to be more Imperial style walkers. And then on the ceiling we've got more TIE fighters. I was told there was going to be a new TIE variant, but I don't think there is now. I think it's going to be very much the same because I haven't seen any of them in any shots so far, even the last trailer. So I think the new TIE variant, they might have been mistaken, and it might have been Kylo Ren's TIE fighter, and they thought that was going to be a different type of TIE fighter potentially.
Maybe that's what they thought. You could be right there. And so it's wonderful. Oh.
So then we get the battle shot, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
So we get a close up of the new walkers. Is that what they call? Is that the ATM9s or something? I think they're called.
Oh, I'm not sure.
New walkers. They got the TIE fighters flying in. These awesome shots of TIE fighters just exploding everywhere, and these new weird ships that I don't know what the hell they are.
Yeah. Why are they dragging up all this? Maybe there's a reason why they drag up all that dust.
I don't know. I have no idea. I still haven't worked it out. Like, it makes no sense. Of all the things that happen in like the last trailer and obviously in this one, they look so much more Star Trek than Star Wars. Like, I don't know if you agree with me being a Trekkie, but those ships just seem a little bit more Star Trek in Star Wars. Like the way they fly and all that sort of stuff. I just kind of feel like they're not very Star Wars.
Oh, I never really thought of it like
Everything
that.
in Star Wars feels really clunky. Like they do. Like everything is very much like they fly like an airplane would fly. It's all like left and right pitch turns and very simplistic flying. Whereas these things seem to have a very wobbly, sort of like smooth look to them, and it's a bit less Star Wars for me.
Yes.
I don't know. I might be wrong.
Wow.
I don't know.
Do you realise how long we've been talking?
Yeah, I know. It's been a while. But yeah, that's so we're getting to the last few shots now. So and then we have.
So we've got.
Then we have
close up of Snoke.
Yes, we have a close up of Snoke for the first time. So we finally get a shot of him for the first time ever. I don't know. Did it look CGI to you? I'm not so sure.
I don't know. It's very well done.
It's very well done. Yeah, it looks amazing,
and
isn't it?
He has blue eyes, so it's definitely not. Wasn't there people thinking it was going to be? Oh God, purple lightsaber.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got the wrong colour skin for a start.
Yeah, but
he's not Mace Windu. No.
No, Mace Windu. Yes, no.
Okay, so we got this, and then this shot of Rey. I don't know what he's doing to her.
Oh yeah, but she's like, it's almost like an even stronger. You know, like what
Ren was doing to everyone.
What Kylo was doing to her, but this is even worse.
Yeah, I very much agree. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but she's clearly not happy about it, and that's all I can really say.
No.
But again, I don't know whether he's trying to turn her. I don't know what he's trying to do. And then black screen, and we get
there's Rey.
This moment, which is the biggest misdirection of all of them.
Definitely, because you can see behind Kylo, you've got the flames,
and behind her, you haven't.
There's nothing.
Sort of I reckon she's talking to Luke. If I'm perfectly honest, I reckon that it's her kind of crying out for him to. I think maybe he's lacklustly training her, and she's kind of like, "Look, I need help." I mean, maybe there is
similar style shots, but not quite, because the light it's a lot brighter on Rey's face than it is on Kylo's.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just struggling to think that they put that in the trailer.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a misdirection than anything else.
Puts his hand out.
And then yeah, that's it. That's the end of the trailer. So I think we broke that down good and proper, didn't we?
We did.
Awesome. All right, then. I have got to shoot because this overran much more than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I've got to go as well because I have. I'm going to be working tonight.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
fun times. Okay,
yeah,
well...
that's fine. I can do it from home, so that's good.
Oh, awesome.
Hopefully.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks to anyone who's watching. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And we will see you... Well, I don't know now. It'll be probably next Monday, won't it? Because we're doing Star Trek.
We'll be doing Star Trek next Monday.
Yeah, we'll do Star Trek next Monday. So we'll see you then. Thanks everyone to watch, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.